hate, no fear. Immigrants are welcome here, no hate, no fear. Immigrants are welcome here, no hate, no fear. Immigrants are welcome here, no hate, no fear. Stand up, fight back. Stand up, fight back. Stand up, fight back. Get up, get down. Immigrants built this town. 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 Get up, get down. Immigrants built this town.
So my name is Danielle. I'm an organizer for Bay Ridge for Social Justice. I've been living in Bay Ridge for 11 years. I'm a transplant from Canarsie. I love Bay Ridge. I love this neighborhood. I love its diversity. I love everything about Bay Ridge, but I do not love what happened here at the beginning of June when military police detained Pablo when he was delivering a food order to this army base. There have been all sorts of stuff that happens in this army base, but that really just galvanized this community together to come together and be here to say no to ICE in our community, not in my neighborhood.
ICE takes us all.
So while, I know we're still waiting on some people, I see people walking up the block right now, I just wanted to say why I'm here, and I wanted to encourage anybody in this group who's here with us today to come forward and speak out and talk about why you came down here today. We're a community of people in Bay Ridge who care about one another, we care about our neighbors, we watch each other's backs, okay? And in this neighborhood, immigrants are embedded in the fabric of this community. They are often invisible. They're often there, but we take it for granted. They are working in our nail salons, they're working in our grocery stores, they're delivering food to us at our houses, and we're giving them tips, or maybe we're not. Maybe we don't even notice them at all, but they are everywhere around us. Immigrants not only built this town, but are integrated in our community, integrated in our neighborhoods, integrated in our city, and it is up to us to stand up and say no when a member of our community, our New York City community, our diverse, beautiful New York City community, is detained, immorally and inhumanely detained and kept from his wife and 2 children who are American citizens while he's waiting for a green card application to be filled out. Like they take forever over those things. He's waiting to do what is right. He wants to be an American citizen. He wants a green card. He wants to stay with his family. And his family wants him to stay with them. So today I am here because I am a mother of 2 children. If somebody were to take my kids away from me, I wouldn't know what to do. I don't know what must be going through Sandra's mind right now, Pablo's wife. She must be beside herself. Her husband, her supporter, her love, the person that she describes as her soulmate. She described their wedding in an article that I read, and it was just so beautiful, like how nervous he was to get married to her, how much they love each other, how long they had been waiting to get married. And then he's taken away from her in a split second. That cannot be allowed. And as long as we stay in our houses and stay quiet and don't speak up when things like this happen, you know what? It'll be us in the end. They'll be coming for us. I will always stand with any oppressed person in this world as long as I know that I have a voice and I can say something. I'm going to come out and speak it. So I really encourage you, if you're here for a particular reason, if you've had an experience with immigration services yourself, something you want to tell, I would like anybody who wants to speak to come up and say a few words if you want. Thank you. Something about why you're here?
Yes.
Margie, speak up, and if you can't speak up, we'll show my team.
Of course. Hi there.
Yeah, okay, we need a mic check. Tell me your name.
Ian Fernandez.
Ian wants to speak, so we need a mic check.
Mic check. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. They're going to repeat everything you say until they can be heard in the back, okay? That's what it's like, a human microphone, okay? So everybody's going to amplify what you say to the back of the crowd, right?
All right. Pablo!
Pablo!
Free Pablo!
Free Pablo!
I appreciate that all you guys are here for me. I mean, sorry, why did I say for me? I meant to say for Pablo. Sorry, my bad. But yeah, my name is Ian Fernandez. I am 16 years old. I just turned 16 yesterday.
I just came all the way from Kew Gardens, Queens, to come to this rally. The reason why I'm here today is because I want to fight for Pablo Villavicencio's peace. I don't want him to be detained by ICE. And like I'm not an immigrant. I am not an immigrant. I was born here in New York. However, though, I'm here because I'm a human rights activist. I fight for the rights that people deserve. And frankly, I'd say that basically just about every single one of us here came to America illegally. Now don't get me wrong, I'm not fighting against you. But the reason why I say that is because technically Native Americans had this land at first. But hey, all you people are amazing, you're great. The fact that you came here all this way to support one man, I have huge respect for you. So I appreciate that you're doing this.
Thank you.
But I want to say this. For all you people that are watching me right now, you need to know that the fact that Pablo has already been in custody for 1.5 months, it's inhumane, it's unacceptable, and this needs to change. I'm not forcing anybody to come out here right now to help us out, but I feel like that in order to get this man free, we need as much people here as possible. You could give your support from home, or you could give your support right here, but what I want is for Pablo to be free. I don't want him to endure the pain of not seeing his wife or children again. Because hey, I doubt that if you people, I doubt that if the Fort Hamilton base does not let him go, he might not be able to see his children and his wife again. And come on, there's so many things that he could possibly be missing out on. He could miss them going to kindergarten. He could miss them graduating from elementary school. He could miss them going to high school, to college, and having their own children of their own. And his children and his wife are American citizens. I feel like that's unfair for Pablo to be banned from this country if he already had children. The message that I'm trying to show here right now today is that I want Pablo freed. I don't want... Is this live? Because I don't want to curse. But look, I just want to say, Pablo may not be hearing this, but I support him to the fullest extent. I am going to be showing up at court on July 24th, and I want to see him freed soon.
Right on.
And I need, and I also want it. If you're interested in activism, if you're interested in helping out people, to help out here too. I'm only 16 years old. We need people younger than that. I want the youth to show their voices for such issues like this. I don't know what else to say, but I hope you understand my message. Thank you.
Thank you.
Detention is unnecessary, it's expensive, it's harmful, it's dehumanizing. There is absolutely no reason that he needs to be sitting in jail when he could be a productive member of society, a father, a husband. Instead of going for justice and what's most expedient and what's most fiscally sound, we're going for what's the most vindictive way to punish someone for trying to make a better life for their family.
Yes, that's right.
Hi, my name is Masa Assad. I came to this country about 4 years ago. I've been waiting for a green card ever since. My family and I moved here with my mom and my 2 siblings, and we've been separated from our dad for 3 years now because he's not being granted a visa into this country. We have become a part of society. I love my friends, I love my school. I'm applying to college here, my mom goes to school here, all my siblings go to school here. I just wanted to say that immigrants are human beings. We cannot be treating them like this. You know, how would you feel like if an American was being treated like this? It's always this label that an American is worth more. You know, but immigrants are a part of this country. Immigrants built this country. Immigrants are human beings, and we should be fighting for them. Thank you.
I
everybody. My name is Alexis Shalom. I represent UAW Local 2325, the Association of Legal Aid Attorneys. Thank you. The Legal Aid Society is currently representing Pablo in his case. We're very, very, very happy to be able to assist the community this way. That is our role as legal aid attorneys, and it is our role as union members. Pablo was arrested because he was performing his job and because workers, and especially immigrant workers in this city and in this country, do not have adequate labor protections. We know that the military has had a long, long history of breaking up workers' struggles, but we are inspired by the response of workers in Bay Ridge of refusing to participate in continuing to deliver food and other things to this military base. You know, I just want to keep my remarks short, but I would say that we're so inspired as a union and as legal aid attorneys with the response of the community, and we hope that this can continue and be replicated in communities across the country. Thank you so much.
My name is Alex.
My name is Alex.
And I'm an organizer with Bay Ridge for Social Justice.
I'm an organizer with Bay Ridge for Social Justice.
Any government that allows people to be picked off the street for doing nothing wrong and detained does not have our interests in mind. Any agency that supports that also don't have our interests in mind. And ICE may seem scary. But they're not. The people are the ones who are scary.
The people are the ones who are scary.
Because ICE only has their power as long as we recognize them as an authority figure. The minute we stop and realize the power we have, change will come. So it is not enough anymore just to stand here and march and chant. It's important, but it's time that we flex our muscles and show the power of the people and the working class. Thank you.
Free Pablo now! 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 Free Pablo now!
We are here today in front of this army base where almost 2 months ago Pablo was arrested by ICE in a horrible way just for doing his job. So we stand here today because we know he has a court date on the 24th. And we want to send a strong message to everyone, lawmakers, members of the community, the federal judge that will be hearing his case, and him and his family, that we stand with Pablo. Now, I want to remind all of you what happened almost 2 months ago. We rallied here, and then we rallied at Varick Street at the ICE office in Manhattan. And then we went to the New Jersey Detention Center and rallied over there, demanding Pablo's freedom. And guess what happened? Because of the pressure that we put, because of so many people, members of the community, because of the amount of force that we showed of how much we care about Pablo, and we reject the racist and xenophobic actions of ICE, we were able to stop his deportation. That's right. Woo! That shows what happens when we come together. We win. Yes, we can. Yes, we can.
Yes, we can. Yes, we can.
Now I have some words, some harsh words to lawmakers in this country, especially Donald Trump and the Republicans who are enabling that ICE terrorize our communities. Anyone who doesn't look like them is being targeted. Now, we are standing here not too far from Lady Liberty, which is a symbol of our country, of how open we are to refugees and immigrants, that we are a country that accepts all and wants to share our experience with everyone. However, they do not see America as that country. They see America as a country that excludes people. But that is not the America that we stand for. Now, they will stand on the wrong side of history, and we know that we are on the right side of it. But it is more than just rhetoric. We must fight and we must act. What we're doing today is a massive act of resistance. And the fact that we are spreading the message that this is wrong, that we do not stand by this. Now, I also have a message to Democratic lawmakers. You need to stand with us! You need to stand with Pablo, and you need to call for ICE to be abolished. Abolish ICE! Abolish ICE!
Abolish ICE! Abolish ICE! Abolish ICE! Abolish ICE! Abolish ICE! Abolish ICE!
ICE is a terrorist organization. Hell-bent on deporting everyone in this country that is of color, that is an immigrant, because it is a manifestation of the racism that has been in our country for a long time. But now they have political power, which is why we must vote and why we must call on lawmakers to take a stand. And if they don't, we must vote them out.
Free Pablo now! 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 Free Pablo now!
Mic check.
Mic check!
I'm going to use
the
people's mic.
The people's mic!
Because I have a little bit of a weak voice.
A weak voice!
So please help me.
Please help me!
First, I want to say thank you.
Thank you!
Thank you to all of you.
Thank you to all of you!
And thank you to everybody who came out on June 30th
And thank you to everybody who came out on June 30th
to demand an end
to demand an end
to family separation
to family separation
and to call Pablo's name
and to call Pablo's name
and to demand his freedom.
and to demand his freedom.
My name is Yasmin.
My name is Yasmin.
I'm an immigrant.
I'm an immigrant.
I am the daughter of an immigrant.
I am the daughter of an immigrant.
I'm a socialist.
I'm a socialist.
And I'm an organizer here in Bay Ridge.
And I'm an organizer here in Bay Ridge.
In Bay Ridge for social justice.
Bay Ridge for social justice.
I want to start with the basics.
I want to start with the basics.
A month ago, Pablo was doing his job.
Pablo was doing his job
The same way
same way
he's always done it.
he's always done
He
it.
was earning a living
He was earning a living
for himself and his family.
for himself and his family.
He was contributing
He was contributing
to our society.
to our society.
And instead
And instead
of thanking him,
of thanking him,
instead
instead
of appreciating his labor,
of appreciating his labor,
the people in that base
the people in that base
decided to target him.
decided to target him.
Decided to target him because he looked like an immigrant.
Decided to target him because he looked like an immigrant.
Decided to target him because his ID doesn't look the same as theirs.
Decided to target him because his ID doesn't look the same as theirs.
And so
So
they called ICE.
they called ICE.
ICE is a little fascist army
It's a little fascist army
that has no purpose
that has no
but
purpose
to terrorize
but to terrorize
immigrant families,
immigrant families,
but to separate
to separate
immigrants,
immigrants,
but to rob
but to rob
our communities
our communities
of the people that make them what they are.
of the people that make them what they are.
a detention center.
Meanwhile,
They were eating the food that Pablo delivered as part of his goddamn job. So now we're in a position of trying to get Pablo out of detention. His two daughters, who have been separated from him for a month, are in a position of not knowing whether they'll see him again. This is a crime. It cannot be acceptable. Especially to Bay Ridge residents. Especially to New York City residents. So that's why I hope that every single person here will be out on July 24th. At Pablo's hearing. And that we'll hear that Pablo is free. And should that not happen, everyone here should be prepared to call on their community and to hit the streets again. To show up to organizing meetings. And to continue to defend Pablo. Now I think that Pablo is important for many reasons. First, he's a human being who deserves his freedom. He's a human being who does not deserve discrimination and harassment. The second reason is that Pablo is not alone. He's one of many hundreds of thousands who have been targeted by a racist system that is taking them and pulling them out of our communities and spending our money to detain them and deport them. We live in a country where there are many hundreds of thousands of people in immigration detention. Where there are many hundreds of thousands of people in immigration detention. We live in a country where children are being taken away from their families and placed in detention themselves. We live in a country where there is a military-style force at our borders. We live in a country that spends our money to keep immigrants out. To let them starve and suffer exposure. Rather than letting them in and allowing them to make our country better. We also live in a country that has a Muslim ban that is now has the OK stamp by our Supreme Court. That's the country that we live in. I want to talk about ICE. And Islamophobia. ICE is younger than I am. Is younger than my new friend Masa. ICE came about in the aftermath of 9/11. 9/11 was a tragedy. It was a crime. And rather than heal, rather than try to build peace in the world, this country decided to sustain war. This country decided to create a new internal army. Called ICE. That's how young ICE is. They used fear and Islamophobia to create this fascist army that is now terrorizing
Stop terrorizing immigrant communities.
The struggles of Muslims.
The struggles of Muslims.
The struggles of immigrants.
The struggles of immigrants.
The struggles of all workers.
The struggles of all workers.
Are connected.
Are connected.
And this is just one example.
This is just one example.
So today, when we're fighting for Pablo's freedom,
When we're fighting for Pablo's freedom.
we're fighting for freedom for all immigrants.
We're fighting for freedom for all immigrants.
We're fighting for an end to deportation.
We're fighting for an end to deportation.
We're fighting for an end to detention.
We're fighting for an end to detention.
The reality is
that
people come to this country
people come to this country
bringing skills,
bringing
talents, bringing their wonderful families,
bringing their wonderful
and
families,
they make this country better.
and they make this country better.
The reality is that people come to this country
People come to this country
fleeing war,
fleeing war,
fleeing violence,
fleeing violence,
fleeing poverty,
fleeing poverty,
and they are more than entitled to.
and they are more than entitled to.
We live in a global community.
We live in a global community.
We live in a global economy.
We live in a global economy.
There is no army stopping corporations
There is no army stopping corporations
from crossing borders,
from crossing borders,
from building their pipelines across borders,
from building their pipelines across borders,
from exploiting workers across borders.
from exploiting workers across borders.
So why the hell
So why the hell
is there an army
is there an army
stopping workers
stopping workers
from seeking a fair wage,
from seeking a fair wage,
from seeking an opportunity for themselves and their families?
from seeking an opportunity for themselves and their families?
We can't stand for that.
We can't stand for
It's
that.
not logical.
It's not logical.
It's not necessary.
It's not necessary.
Open the borders,
Open the borders.
not just because it's moral,
Not just because it's moral,
but because it's rational.
because it's rational.
It's what we all deserve.
It's what we all deserve.
Free Pablo.